Hey, YouVersion family. So it's time to pull the Bible app out so we can break down the verse of the day. Now, today's verse is taken from the book of Ephesians. We're looking at chapter 6, verse number 2, and reading it from the NIV version. So Ephesians 6 and 2 says, "Honor your father and mother," which is the first commandment with a promise. Now, this verse is focusing on two different things. One is talking about honor and how do we honor our father and mother? What do we do to honor our father and mother? And then the second piece goes into the first commandment with a promise. So I'm going to look at the first part here, and maybe I'll even blog about the promises that comes with the different commandments. These are spiritual promises from God that if we follow his commandment, there are some things that's definitely attached to it. It's the laws, right? So honoring our father and our mother, I thought about that. And what came to my mind is making my father and my mother proud. You know, parents who care, they work really hard to instill values into their children. I know that when I was growing up, my parents were very instrumental in helping me to think for myself. They taught me how to have faith and to look on the bright side of things. That was so instrumental with my mom and dad. They even demonstrated how life really looks when you walk hand in hand with God. But most importantly, and I think I took this away after my mom passed, is they introduced me to the teachings of Jesus, which led me to have a relationship because I study more, I pray more, and I just want to be in his presence. So my father was a dedicated worker and he was a man of integrity when it came to his life. He was a man who had a life of service. He served both on the job and his career, but most of all, he served his friends and his family. My mom was the same. She was the type of person who she may not have had a lot of money, but she had a lot of God and she had a lot of love, and she gave out of the overflow, and that was her wealth. That was her abundance. And at the end of the day, I want anyone who knew them to be able to look at me and say, the seeds that Annette and Wallace and Hubert May sowed are still continuing today. I want to continue their legacy. So I would like to hear from you. How do you honor your parents, your mom and dad? Leave them in the comments below. And if you're on the YouVersion Bible app, be sure to connect so we can keep this conversation going.